Every Muslim's desire is to memorize the Quran. Most brothers and sisters, on the other hand, claim that they don't have time to memorize the Quran because of their busy daily routines. We met with a number of Islamic scholars, many of whom have memorized the Quran, and asked them for practical advice on how to master Quran memorizing while juggling with work and family. So these are some of the suggestions they've made. Number 1, get up early, be the first to get up, and if feasible, be the first to say Fajr prayers at the mosque. Spend a few minutes memorizing the Quran after you have finished your early morning prayers, rather than engaging in trivial things like watching TV or surfing the internet or social media. Start memorizing the Quran early morning. And early morning has a lot of benefits, a lot of virtues. Inna Quran al-Fajr kana mashhuda. Even Allah Rabbul Alameen said, your Quran in the morning is witnessed by the angels. So start memorizing early in the morning. Then number 2, set realistic goals and memorize a smaller amount of information than you think you can. Like memorize smaller amount of verses than you think you can. You can be enticed to remember 1 or 2 pages per day because it appears to be reasonable objective. However, due to a lack of time, you may soon give up. Reduce your expectations and begin by memorizing 3 to 5 ayah or verses every day. Even the busiest people can benefit from devoting at least 20 minutes to this type of memorization approach. Number 3, make use of the familiarity method. When you first begin memorizing the Quran, you will undoubtedly come across unfamiliar verses. As a result, you can write 5 verses on a sheet of paper and memorize them by heart to commit them to memory. Over the next 3 weeks, read those verses over and over again until you have memorized them completely. Then number 4, keep a copy of the daily verses with you at all times. Use every free opportunity during the day to read and remember the Quran lines you have chosen to commit to memorize them. For example, when waiting for a bus or a doctor's appointment, or you are going to your office, you may have many free minutes. You can keep a list of the day's verses in your handbag or pocket for quick reference and refer it to if you have trouble remembering what you have learned. Number 5, in each salah, recite what you have memorized. This is one of the vital point. You can recite the verses you have memorized every day in your prayers. So you have to pray 5 times a day. So in these 5 times, you review this, you recite them. Rather than reciting the small surahs in your daily prayers, recite the verses that you have memorized. Then number 6, keep track of your objectives. If one page of the Quran has at least 15 verses, you will have learned 2 pages of the Quran by the end of the week. And this pattern will continue until you have fully committed the Quran to your memory. You can also learn verse by verse with translation and reflect on the significance of the verses. Then number 7 is a non-distracting environment. It is important to remember the Quran in a quiet environment with minimum distractions. You will be able to enhance, concentrate, and keep what you memorize if you ensure that the environment near you is calm and peaceful. So due to that, I have already mentioned that early morning memorizing exercises, for example, are extremely effective due to the low number of distractions at that time. You can also boost your concentration by turning off your phone and laptop and focusing only on the Quran. Number 8 is the one, in a single day, go through what you memorized as many times as possible. It is critical to review each verse learned in order to memorize the Quran. You can use the 3 methods below to ensure that you remember all you have learned. At the start of each day, start a fresh memorizing. Before you begin new memorizing, go over the lines you learned the previous week. The idea behind this arrangement is that the most recent memorization is the first to be forgotten, As a result, going over the preceding chapters of the Quran will serve as a useful cerebral warm-up exercise. You will also be able to make connections between the stuff you have already memorized and the new material you are about to memorize. Revise the material you learned the previous 7 days during the same day at a different hour. You can also use Quran memorizing applications to help you stay on track with your memorizing objectives. So to summarize, regardless of how busy you are, you'll be able to memorize little portions of the Quran and eventually fully memorization over time if you attempt to adopt the guidelines described above. Regardless, consistency, devotion, and hard study are the keys to memorizing the Quran. Furthermore, the benefits of doing so are immeasurable. Not only will your iman and taqwa improve, but your self-esteem and confidence will as well. And together with that, you will get plenty of rewards in the hereafter.